हेलो एवरीवन, वेलकम टू एसएमए मित्रा। तो आज आपकी मुलाकात केबल के कारोबार से जुड़ी हुई कंपनी से करवाने जा रहे हैं। कंपनी का नाम है भदोरा इंडस्ट्रीज लिमिटेड। कंपनी विद्युत केबल्स के ब्रांड के अंडर इंडस्ट्रियल केबल मैन्युफैक्चर करती है। हमारे साथ कंपनी के चेयरमैन एंड मैनेजिंग डायरेक्टर शशांक भदोरा साहब जुड़े हुए हैं। सर, थैंक यू फॉर योर टाइम एंड वेलकम टू द शो।
समझ।
सर, सबसे पहले समझाइए कि आपकी कंपनी का कारोबार क्या है, क्या क्या प्रोडक्ट्स आप बनाते हैं और उसका एप्लीकेशंस कहाँ पे होता है सर।
तो बदौर इंडस्ट्रीज में हम वेरियस टाइप्स ऑफ एलटी केबल्स बनाते हैं। दीज केबल्स आर मेनली यूज्ड इन डिस्ट्रीब्यूशन एंड ट्रांसमिशन लाइंस। तो when you see any cables on the road, whatever cables you see on the roads, from the powerhouse to the substations, from substations to the poles, to the transformers and to the house. So we manufacture this complete range of cables. And there are various applications, as you said. One is obviously in the transmission lines, then also in the distribution segment. उसके अलावा there are various projects of the government wherein these cables are used, like smart cities, as you are recently seeing, solar projects, the various renewable energies. So I mean, wherever there is infrastructure development, जहाँ पे भी आप देखोगे infrastructure, the cables are one of the base for those projects.
ओके। तो जनरली केबल दिमाग में आता है तो एक रिटेल यूजर के दिमाग में घर में जो वायर्स होता है वो आता है। तो ये वो केबल ना होके जो इलेक्ट्रिसिटी डिस्कॉम से आपके घर तक आती है उसके लिए जो ट्रांसमिशन के लिए यूज होती है वो वाले केबल्स हैं।
करेक्ट करेक्ट, वो एक डिफरेंट सेगमेंट हो जाता है। जो हाउस वायर्स वाला सेगमेंट एक सेपरेट होता है। हियर द प्रोडक्ट्स व्हिच वी मैन्युफैक्चर आर कैटेगराइज्ड इनटू वेरियस थिंग्स, लाइक एरियल बंच केबल, पावर केबल्स in XLP and PVC, and service cable. Those are
ओके।
the segment which you are talking about, house wires. They come under control cables. I mean copper house wires. Basically,
ओके।
we are mainly dealing with aluminium cables.
गॉट इट। सर, कंपनी की एक तरीके से देखें तो 30 साल 35 साल से भी ज्यादा एक लंबी हिस्ट्री रही, राइट? तो सर ये समझाए कंपनी की शुरुआत कैसे हुई, अभी तक की जर्नी कैसी रही, और अगर कुछ की माइलस्टोन्स आप बता पाए।
तो कंपनी की शुरुआत हुई थी 1986 में एज अ पार्टनरशिप फर्म, जो कि मेरे डैड और अंकल मिस्टर प्रदीप एंड मिस्टर अनिल भदौरा ने चालू करा था। इनिशियली स्टार्ट करा था सिर्फ पीवीसी वायर मैन्युफैक्चरिंग से, एक सिंगल प्रोडक्ट के साथ। एंड ओवर द इयर्स हम कैपेसिटी एक्सपेंशंस भी करते गए, प्रोडक्ट पोर्टफोलियो भी बढ़ाते गए। फॉर एग्जांपल, द फर्स्ट एक्सपेंशन केम इन 96, देन देयर वाज एक्सपेंशन इन 2001, then there are further, over the years there have been multiple expansions, both in terms of capacity भी expand करी है हमने, और हमने हमारी प्रोडक्ट रेंज भी बढ़ाते गए हैं। तो इनिशियल जो हमारी स्टार्ट थी, दैट वी स्टार्टेड विद अ वेरी स्मॉल कैपेसिटी ऑफ अराउंड 1000 किलोमीटर एनुअल प्रोडक्शन ऑफ जस्ट स्मॉलेस्ट साइज ऑफ केबल्स। और करेंटली हमारी कैपेसिटी लगभग 28,800 किलोमीटर है। 28,800 किलोमीटर इज आवर एनुअल कैपेसिटी। And we are also among the largest manufacturers of service cables in central India. अगर आप जो जो भी कंपनीज हैं और केबल्स की, उनमें हमारी कैपेसिटी कहीं ज्यादा है सर्विस केबल की। की माइलस्टोन्स की बात करेंगे तो वी हैव बीन अवॉर्डेड विद लॉट ऑफ accolades over the years. Some of them being in 2008-9 when we were awarded among the best taxpayers in our region. Um, we have been awarded as the outstanding cable manufacturer in the year 2024. And I mean, there have been other, I mean, these are the major, I'm some talking about major accolades recently which have come up. In terms of another milestone in terms of the constitution of the company, we converted from private to from a partnership firm to a private firm in the year 2013. And then in 2024 we converted to a limited firm, and then now we are going public this year 2025.
गॉट इट। तो एक लंबी और काफी इंटरेस्टिंग जर्नी रही। सर ये समझे आपकी कंपनी की जो मैन्युफैक्चरिंग फैसिलिटी है वो कहाँ पर है सर।
मैन्युफैक्चरिंग फैसिलिटी, अभी जो करंट मैन्युफैक्चरिंग फैसिलिटी है वो टीकमगढ़ मध्य प्रदेश में है। इट इज अ स्मॉल टाउन नियर झांसी। But now we are coming up with the IPO proceeds and going further. We are putting up a state of the art plant near Indore. This is gonna be in Khalghat region, Kharghat industrial area, and near
Okay,
Indore, wherein we are putting up a large-scale plant. We have already acquired a 15-acre land there, and the work has already begun on that plant.
गॉट इट। सर, कंपनी के ऑर्ग स्ट्रक्चर के बारे में बताएं। कंपनी की कोई सब्सिडरी या सिस्टर कंसर्न्स है?
The company, it's a standalone company. There are no subsidiaries or holding companies for that sale.
ओके। सर, प्रमोटर की अगर हम लोग अदर डायरेक्टरशिप देखते हैं तो उसमें एक नाम आता है भदोरा केबल्स प्राइवेट लिमिटेड। तो इस कंपनी का कारोबार के बारे में थोड़ा सा बताएं, और वो कैसे इस भदोरा इंडस्ट्रीज से जुड़ा हुआ या अलग है, वो भी समझाएं।
Bhadora Cables Private Limited, it was just a registered firm, but it has not been used anywhere. And I mean, it has nothing to do with our business. It is a separate
ओके।
entity, but there have been no work in that entity.
एंड सर, आपके जो फाइनेंशियल देखे जाते हैं तो आपका एबिटा मार्जिन का लास्ट 3-4 ईयर से कंटिन्यूअस इंक्रीज हो रहा है। तो एनी स्पेसिफिक रीजन फॉर द सेम और गोइंग ट्रेंड क्या देखते हैं आप?
I mean, what has happened is that we have, over the years, I mean, if you talk about the business, so before me joining the company, we were mainly focused on government tenders. There was
हम्म
just single stream of work.
हम्म
And post 2019, we really ventured into private supplies as well, जहाँ पर हम EPC contractors को भी supply करना चालू कर दिया। Now, over the years, अगर बात करेंगे तो last 3 years में, तो in 2023 we were only supplying 47% of our supplies to the EPC contractors, which gradually have gone up to 90% and substantially gone up to 90% of our total supplies to EPC contractors. That is one reason, major reason, because I mean, we have seen that there are much higher margins in EPC supplies than in government contracts, direct supplies. That was another reason. Then there have been n numbers of schemes which have been launched by the government. Few of them are mentioned, like RDSS is one scheme, smart metering is another scheme. There are schemes like smart cities, wherein most of the work is going to the EPC contractors, and there is a huge demand for the cables there. So, and another reason being that the way our turnover has gone up or our sales have gone up, we have got a very good cost control over our other costs. So, doing that cost control, the costs have not gone up in the same manner. Another major reason is that our location. We are, very geographically centrally located. This gives us a, when we are supplying to various states, I mean, even down to top north or to down south, we have got a very, control over our transportation cost as well. And transportation also plays a substantial role in terms of the EBITDA margins. So, I mean, looking at all these factors, I mean, we have been able to achieve, such EBITDA over the years. And I mean, we really see that now the price will not be say from 15% it won't go up to 20-25%, but with introduction of new products, with expansion into various markets, what we are doing now, you can really expect it to go slightly higher, but it's still gonna be better than the industry average.
तो सर, जैसे अभी जो पास्ट ट्रेंड में आप बताए थे कि आपका गवर्नमेंट कॉन्ट्रैक्ट के अंदर मेजोरिटी रेवेन्यू आता था, मैंने देखा था लाइक 85% से अब 12% के करीब हो गया है। और ईपीसी कॉन्ट्रैक्ट का रेवेन्यू काफी इंक्रीज हुआ है। लेकिन आपके जो पीयर्स थे उनके रिलेटिव आपके मार्जिन, एबिटा मार्जिन अभी भी कम है। लाइक जो आपने प्रोस्पेक्टस में डायनामिक केबल्स वगैरह दिए, तो उसका रीजन कुछ डिफरेंट
EBITDA
रहेगा?
margins are better than उनसे. EBITDA margins are better than our peers, if you would
अच्छा,
see.
ठीक है। मुझे जो 1-2% एक्स्ट्रा डायनेमिक्स केबल का लग रहा था जो आपने प्रोस्पेक्टस में दे रखा था।
I mean,
ओके।
if you talk about some of the competitors, they are also into very diverse range of products.
हम्म
Like what we are doing now. As I said, we are only covering LT cables as of now.
ओके।
LT cables is defined by cables up to voltage of 1.1 kV.
हम्म
Now we are venturing into HT cables up to 33 kV in the first phase. And some of the names that you have taken, they are already into that segment. And those are even higher margin segments.
हम्म।
That could be the reasons.
और सर, जैसे अभी आपका जो रिवेन्यू सेग्रीगेशन है बिटवीन लाइक बायर एंड वेंडर्स के बीच में, तो अराउंड जो टॉप 10 क्लाइंट है वो आपके मेजोरिटी रेवेन्यू आ रहे हैं लाइक एज सप्लायर साइड, एंड परचेजिंग साइड ऑल्सो। तो गोइंग फॉरवर्ड भी आपका यही कंसंट्रेटेड रहेगा इसमें, या कुछ डाइवर्सिफिकेशन के प्लान्स हैं आपके?
इसमें diversification, as I said, that market diversification is already going on now. Initially, as I said, like pre 2019, it was made completely just government contracts. Over the years, we have diversified into government and private EPC players. Right
हम्म।
now, the further segmentations are going to be exports
हम्म।
and lot of other PSUs other than the discoms. So
हम्म।
these two segments also coming up. So you can see, really a large number of, kind of top 10 constituting to a lower percentage of our sales.
हम्म।
And same goes with, supplier side as well. We have constantly been increasing our supplier base. But another reason being that, the manufacture of aluminium or copper, the base raw material for our products, there are only very few large players there. So
हम्म।
you can't really expect, that to really, shoot up from three, four people to a large number of people.
और सर जैसे आपके जो रॉ मटेरियल कॉस्ट आपका मेजर कॉस्ट आता है, इट वेरीज फ्रॉम लाइक 70 to 87% फॉर लाइक पास्ट फ्यू ईयर। तो आइडियल क्या परसेंटेज रहेगा गोइंग फॉरवर्ड? व्हाट्स योर एक्सपेक्टेशन रॉ मटेरियल कॉस्ट के एस्पेक्ट?
Ideal percentage would be somewhere around 79 to 81% is going to be the ideal raw material cost.
ओके सर, और जो आपका सर एक्सपेंशन प्लान है वो अराउंड लाइक 2026 के अंदर एग्जीक्यूट होगा लाइक कंप्लीट, तो उसके बाद आपकी प्रोडक्शन कैपेबिलिटी कितनी इंक्रीज हो जाएगी?
In terms of revenue wise, when we talk about, so currently we are running at an optimum capacity.
हम्म।
Now the new expansion is coming up in phases, various phases. The first phase, which the work has already started, the capacity, we are introducing HT cables up to 33 kV in phase one.
हम्म।
That is expected to go live by second quarter of FY27.
हम्म।
The first phase of expansion. You can expect our capacity to increase by three folds with the first expansion itself.
और सर अभी आपका ऑर्डर बुक कितना होगा और कब तक एग्जीक्यूट होगा?
I don't know the exact figures. I guess, when at the time of RHP, it was somewhere
92
around,
crore
yeah, I think 80 to 90 crores was
हाँ
somewhere
हाँ
around the
हाँ।
order. It's supposed to be done by this financial year itself.
ओके, और सर और भी आपके कॉन्ट्रैक्ट इन लाइन होगा जहां पर आप बिडिंग स्टेज के अंदर हैं अभी?
There are huge number of, contracts in pipeline. There are over 250 crore of projects which we have already bid for. So they are into pipeline. Some of them we have already procured as L1, and the work is still on the way for the opening of the other tenders.
ओके। सर अगर आपके रेवेन्यू डिस्ट्रीब्यूशन की बात करें, रेवेन्यू स्प्लिट की बात करें, तो जैसे आपने बताया कि आपका बिजनेस पैन इंडिया में, राइट? तो कोई पर्टिकुलर ज्योग्राफी है जहां से आपका ज्यादा कंट्रीब्यूशन आता है, या इट्स इवनली डिस्ट्रीब्यूटेड?
It's not evenly distributed as of now, but we are covering almost. Past year we covered almost 15 states. हमने supply was as diverse as, covering from Jammu Kashmir to Kerala and Assam as well. So you can see that we have been covering almost all the major states.
राइट।
But yes, where we are located and being a very large state, MP, UP, Maharashtra being, itself a very large states. So yes, you would see a large portion of our revenue coming up from these states, these three states majorly. But in terms of reach, we are not leaving any stone unturned there. We are covering almost all the states.
ग्रेट। सर थोड़ा सा ऑपरेशनल चैलेंजेस के बारे में बताएं, तो आपकी कंपनी के लिए और आपकी इंडस्ट्रीज के लिए डे टू डे चैलेंजेस क्या रहते हैं, और क्या क्या रिस्क आपने आइडेंटिफाई किए हैं?
If you talk about challenges, so when you are focused on a government side, right?
राइट।
So there are challenges like, delays of payment, which needs to be catered, as the contract does not allow to be, removal of penalties. There will be penalties for delay supplies, but it is not linked to the payments.
राइट।
So when we're talking about the direct government contracts, so yes, uh, to manage a proper working capital cycle is a challenge there. You have to be very prudent with the kind of work you are doing. It has to be very well diversified in terms of private and government understanding of various market, which is our key. I mean, which comes with the experience in terms of working with various states or various players. So that is one major challenge to take care of the working capital, because it's a very capital intensive industry.
Right.
When you talk about the risk, so there is always risk of price fluctuation, as metal is a highly fluctuating commodity, both aluminium and copper. So to cater to that, we really look for, our major business comes from price variation contracts. So when you have a price variation clause in place, then whatever difference in fluctuations in the raw material is directly passed on to the customer with a set fixed parameters. Um, Apart from that, I mean, I more than the I really see a lot of opportunities do coming up in this line, because as of now we are catering to a very small segment. The work is already on the way to really broaden our reach to various markets. Be it exports, the team is already in place. We have been constantly participating in various expos and various seminars in, be it Dubai, be it Nepal, be it other countries. So we have been constantly focusing our all our energies in those places. And also when I talked about we're getting into solar cables as well with the new plant coming up. So that really, I mean, gives us a huge opportunity of growth rather than challenges. I mean, there are obviously going to be challenges to get into the new market. I mean, the team building is a challenge. Um, uh, Catering to various market, understanding their geographies, understanding the working style in those places a challenge. But these are all we feel are operational challenges which can very well be tackled, and I really see a lot of opportunities coming up rather than challenges.
राइट. तो चैलेंजेस तो है, बट अपॉर्चुनिटीज के लिए ये चैलेंजेस ओवरकम करने पड़ते हैं. सर ये बताएं, आप कंपटीशन को कैसे देखते हैं, और आपका यूनिक वैल्यू प्रोपोजिशन क्या है जो कि भदोरा इंडस्ट्रीज को बाकियों से अलग करता है?
I mean, when we talk about competitors, I mean, there are a large number of players in the current segment where we are in LT cables. Um, but at the same time, the demand for the product is also going up. So even today, if you would see, there is more demand than supply. When we talk about the growth in the cable segment, it is projected to grow by almost 8 to 9% every year. The whole, I'm talking about the complete segment of the cable. So the
राइट.
CAGR for the next 5 to 7 years is close to 8 to 9% as per various industry reports. Now, when we talk about just the segment of government related supplies, be it directly to government or the PSUs, right? So that is going up by an even larger percentage. So when we talk about the whole market, yes, there is competition, but at the same time, the demand is also there. What unique proposition we bring to the table compared to our competitors is
राइट.
our experience, our vast experience of over 35 years, which really gives us an advantage when we are an approved vendor in almost 20 states. So having that kind of an approval, somebody new coming in, or a lot of our competitors, they are only approved or have experience only in certain states. So with us, we really have a wider area to play on. We don't have to be worried that there are demand in UP or Assam or in Jammu Kashmir or in Kerala. Wherever there is demand, we have we already are an approved vendor. We don't have to work on those things. Then over the years, we have developed really strong relationship with our EPC supplies as well. Some of the large EPC companies, and we have also gone on with some partnership models. And also pre-bid agreements with a lot of companies, which these things can't happen by just opening a new factory. These things are built over trust, over reliability, over product quality, over the past experience which those companies have had with us. So I mean, these are some of our unique advantages. Apart from that, we have as I said, we have been innovating in terms of the product side and market side. So with the we now with the IPO proceeds, we are expanding into your markets and your products. So the kind of wide range of products which we will be offering are, going to be second to none kind of a thing in this market.
गॉट इट सर। इंटरव्यू कंक्लूड करें उससे पहले आखिरी सवाल, पोटेंशियल इन्वेस्टर, पोटेंशियल शेयर होल्डर्स के लिए कोई आप मैसेज छोड़ना चाहेंगे?
I mean, I'll give you a wider message in terms of the industry side that the future might be wireless in nature, but you will always require a strong wired foundation to stand on. So you see that there are the infrastructure as the whole country is growing, the whole infrastructure is growing. I feel that the demand for a product is gonna keep on going. And when we talk about our particular company, we have got a very passionate team. We have got a very well understanding of the market, and so we are positioned to be on a very good growth track over the years. That's what I feel.
ऑलराइट, थैंक यू वेरी मच शशांक सर, आपने समय दिया और कंपनी के बारे में विस्तार से बताया। थैंक यू।
Thank you.